Cool. So we are recording session 1, 6:04 p.m. on Wednesday, April 10th, so 2019. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. And we'll keep this pretty quick to the point. I just want to let you know we are in full transition mode. We are running this meeting live here from the Tampa office, and it's pretty exciting. This is Sierra's first time and Brenda's first time seeing the new space. And it's coming along. I can't wait for you guys to come by and check it out. It's going to be really great. So, but let's go around the horn real quick. Get a quick update of what's hot. What do you appreciate? I'm really curious on this last part. We don't really talk about too much, but I'd like to talk about it now. What are you doing to finish April strong, whether that be with team building or with sales? So, what are you doing to finish April strong with either team building or sales? So let's go ahead and start. Why don't we start in virtual land? Why don't we start with we'll go Lindsay, then Alex, then Scott, and then we'll go to Sierra, Josh, and Steven.
So I'm definitely going to finish strong with the team building. Along with that, I'm trying to just focus my customer attack list and put everything together for the summer so that we have a good start.
Excellent. How's the attack list looking so far?
It's looking good. For the kids who won't give me their parents' phone numbers, I just been on Facebook and I've been copy and pasting Facebook links. So when it comes time, I can just call them through Facebook.
Very cool. And I'm curious, how many of those messages are you sending each day?
So I got around to sending like 30 the other day, but I haven't gotten around to doing any more of them.
Got it. Cool. So you've been staying pretty consistent with that?
Yeah.
As 10 here, 15 there. I think that's great. Thank you for that. And also put the flyers around campus, which was pretty cool too, huh?
Yes, it worked out well. I had someone today, so.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, thanks for that update. Let's go to Alex.
So definitely gonna be finishing strong with team building. Gonna start calling some PRs as well, so setting them. And then are we doing what's hot? What do we appreciate?
Yes, please.
All right, so what's hot is the weather's been nice out, especially last night. And what do I appreciate is just you guys just being on the call and, kind of like motivating to get everyone on there and hear everyone.
Cool, man. Well, we're excited to have you. Let's go to Scott, and then Sierra, Josh, and then Steven. I'll take back over.
What's hot is the weather. That's why they tell us stuff outside. How to go in the pool today. I'm thankful for the opportunities that I have in front of me because I'm in college playing football. I got a job in college. I'm blessed. And there's people that take advantage of it, and there's people that don't. I'm going to try to take advantage of it. And I want to finish out strong by selling stuff. There's nothing like selling. Anytime somebody says, all right, I'll take it, I just start smiling. So.
Hey man, you inch by inch, man, inch by inch. Every order counts. So I appreciate you staying persistent and consistent, and seeking advice and counsel, and just continue to improve. So, and by the way, Scott, I really want to introduce you to Brandon. I didn't realize his office is walking distance to your campus. So I didn't realize there's a Lakeland office, a Polk County office that's walking distance to your campus.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I just found it out. So I'll make sure I put you in contact with him. So I just found out. So cool. Let's go to Josh and then Steven. What's hot? What do you appreciate? And what are you doing to move recruiting or sales?
So what's hot? Coming back. In the whole office for the first time. Pretty fun. What I appreciate just all of you guys here hanging out and everything. And big moves is definitely helping Mike out with active advertising and with recruiting and getting to hit the goal of 20 PR set for the month. One of the things that I'm working towards. And as far as selling, doing as many demos as I can.
Cool. Yeah, let's stay persistent and consistent. It's important. Yeah. Well, welcome back. You were definitely missed. So Let's go ahead. So we'll go Josh and then Steven. I'll take back over.
What's hot? Definitely just a new office. And what I appreciate is coming off of a long break or a long weekend. And what I'm doing to finish April strong. I want to just continue to go to St. Leo with Alex. So just putting up as many posters and hang out as many cards as I can now for Summer Stars.
Cool. Yeah, we appreciate Alex and helping out with that. That's really good. Excellent. And I think that was good. Did you notice if you got any touches or responses from that yet?
Not from that, but I did get had an application for that. I don't really know where it came from, but
Might have been USF, man.
maybe.
Might have been USF, dude. Cool. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's go, Steven.
What's hot is moving out this weekend. What's hot.
Hey, it's a big boy. He's moving out.
What I appreciate is my circle of influence and my guidance through the transition. And what I'm doing to my business is utilizing social media, doing hidden campus.
Social media hitting canvas. Yeah, I saw you were at you went a couple of times to New College, Florida. That was pretty cool. Did you get some traction from that?
Not as much as I wanted, but I'll be back.
You'll be back. So let's do this thing. Let me share the screen. Bang. All right. So you guys all know I like to start the meeting the same way. Perspective, thoughts from Mike, pretty simple stuff. But, right now, more than ever, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I don't know if you guys are big college basketball fans, but it's really cool to take lessons from sports because I think there are some things that you can get from sports that model life. And the University of Virginia, you don't have to know much about sports to know this, but last year they were a big embarrassment of the tournament because they were one of the number 1 spots and they lost to a number 16 spot. So if you know that in basketball, that's really bad. That's kind of like if Dylan went down and lost to Scott, like a number 16 spot takes down the number 1 spot. It was like, what the heck just happened? And they were eliminated from the tournament. But the beautiful part about success in life and in business is not necessarily never failing. It's about what? How fast can you recover? And it's really cool to see 1 year to the next, the University of Virginia come back after getting eliminated by a number 16 seed and winning the entire tournament. Not just recovering, but recovering with class, professionalism, and execution at a very high level to win the entire tournament. So just understand there was a lot that happened in the offseason for that to happen. I'm sure there was a lot of problems. I'm sure there's a lot of challenges, but it's all about how fast can you recover. So if you're not where you want to be financially, how fast can you recover? If you're not where you want to be professionally or personally, how fast can you recover? If you're not where you want to be, can you recover as fast as possible? And I would encourage you to do what the office is doing. Our team is doing well. We, in January, wanted to sell $100,000. We only got to 53. Well, we're covering very well. We're already over $180,000 for the spring. We still have 3.5 weeks left to hit that $250,000 goal that we set going into the year. We're really excited about that. We also wanted to provide 50 jobs. We're at 35 jobs. I have training tomorrow. And thanks to several of you for helping us spread the word and add some people to our team, we could provide some more jobs this week. So we're gearing up for over $500,000 summer. And that was when we were in Clearwater. I can only imagine our upside opportunity now in Tampa with 150 recruits with an average PPR of about $4,000, 3,000 plus, all of you guys selling plus all of our CSP team. I don't even know what that adds up to being. My goodness, the opportunity is really, really, really exciting. So, and then that will set us up for a really exciting finish for the fall when Josh and Sky and Amanda come back. And then we have a fully trained Sierra and Alex and Lindsay are fully trained with a summer experience. My goodness, it is about to go down. And really be exciting with a very exciting fall and 2020. So I went ahead and did a great exercise with my coach that I wanted to encourage all of you to do. And you may have already done this, but I mapped out what the rest of my 30s can look like. Now you guys are like, what the 30? I can't even spell 30 years old right now. You know, like that's so far away from you. But here's what I would ask you to think about. If you had to describe what the 25-year-old version of you looks like, and you may have already done this exercise, but I'm encouraging you and inviting you to write down a few things, take 60 seconds real quick. And if you had to describe personally, professionally, and financially in your mind at this moment what the 25-year-old version of you looks like, take like a minute or two and write down some description of what that looks like personally, professionally, and financially. I'll give you a couple minutes for this. Let me stop. Let me pause my recording for a moment. So I'd love to hear from one or two of you, maybe if not all of you, one or two or three or a few characteristics or things that got you excited after you were thinking about the 25-year-old version of you. Any brave soul open enough to share?
I will.
Cool. Who is that, Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. And then we'll go Alex and then.
I just look forward to being married and finally getting my degree and it paying off. So being married, having a nice stable job after I'm done with college, and making at least $60K a year.
So married, making 60 grand a year.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. 25-year-old version of you sounds nice. Sounds fun already. Cool. We'll go Alex and then Steven.
So graduated from St. Leo and to be in law school, which like is exciting to me because I've always wanted to, go to law school, and I'm just excited to think about that in the future and how close it actually is. And financially, like, being able to pay my way through law school by myself, maybe without even having to have mom and dad help, which would be cool.
Very cool. I love that. Cool. We'll go Steve, and then if anyone else wants to share.
For personally, I put genuine, understanding, and responsible. And then financially, save 100K. And then so by the time I'm 25, hopefully by the time I'm 25, have at least two rental properties in full effect.
I like that. Very cool. Some rental properties. Anyone else would like to share? No? All right. Well, I'd like to share, and
25-year-old version.
well, mine is through the rest of my 30s. So this is between now and my age of 40. And I had this, and here's what I'll tell you. Where this came from is more important than anything else. Okay, because I was I feel like I'm pretty self-aware. I'm pretty self-aware, and I went into my call yesterday with Andrew, my life coach, and I went into the conversation. I said, I feel as if where I'm at right now was once a goal, and that's scary. I said that was scary for me because I feel as if that I'm lacking the what's next, because I'm already where I was at, where I thought I wanted to be, if that makes any sense. And he's like, made a lot of sense. So even though I have vision, even though I'm clear, even though all this stuff, it's like it was just an interesting conversation. And through that, he said, so what's the next 5 years look like? And I was like, well, I have that. I have my 5-year goal and I have my 10-year goal. He's like, let's just talk about it again. And just by simply revisiting what I already have on my spreadsheet, what I already look at daily, what I already know to be true, it just gave me an immense amount of excitement for my day-to-day activities. And it was only a day ago, but it felt really good. And I felt compelled to share that with you. So maybe some of my goals excite you where you're like, ooh, okay, maybe I want to steal some of them. Or maybe you're like, yeah, I'll support Mike in those. Maybe, whatever it might be. But by the time I'm 40, the rest of my 30s, we want to have 2 kids. So things are looking on the up and up where we should be, having our firstborn. And within a year, that's it's looking pretty good. And then we could, boom, pop out the second one right away. So that's our goal. That's our goal. And then I want to have a full-time operations manager that's helping me run my Cutco business, and someone who is running the Cutco office for me, all the operations, training, and recruiting, and overseeing the day-to-day flow of business. And I also want to have a full functioning staff that's overseeing a lot of the operations underneath to support that operations manager. But I see myself working directly with student organizations, especially at USF now, like last week speaking at Delta Gamma sorority and like speaking to 95 students on campus and running a job fair. And then we have a job fair now that Brenda got us in for Hillsborough Community College. Like I sit on the board of Chamber of Commerce. Like I want to continue doing that. I want to foster relationships. I want to be at the campuses. I want to be speaking to the students. I want to like partner and sponsor. Like I can't wait to sponsor sororities and fraternities where they're all rocking their letters with GameChangerTeam.com on the back, or FLStudentWork.com on the back, or something like that, where we're sponsoring organizations. Like that excites me. That excites me to develop more managers to fill up this chart over here with staffing this region with Game Changers, all in these yellow dots. Like that's really exciting throughout my 30s, where we have 16 offices in the Bay Area, 8 branches in 8 districts that are Game Changer trained. Like that excites me very much so, where we have systems in place using our principles and philosophies, especially the GRAB principles, PB&J, like that excites me. I'm really pumped to bring in between personal and vector, where after expenses and everything, between $300,000 and $500,000 annually in income. Like that excites me. To along with investments and all of that excites me. It excites me to position myself to start a wellness center with Lindsay. For both of us have had a parent die, so my mom and her dad, and we would love to have a wellness center where we do like grievance counseling, we do yoga and meditation, and a lot of the stuff that I teach here, and a lot of stuff that Lindsay is really good at, and like having a center that embodies a lot of our principles. That would be really, really cool, and raising our kids in that type of environment would be even more awesome. A vacation home is really exciting that we could Airbnb, but also have for our family to do family reunions at somewhere there's mountains. Physically, I want to be able to hold both my kids in 2 arms. Like that's my goal. Like I have this vision of myself like holding both of my kids like this. So therefore I need to be strong to be able to do that. So that's something that excites me. And I'm proud to say I was able to do 7 chin-ups the other day, which is pretty freaking cool. This is my personal record. So very close grip like this. And it's more of like a chin up, and it's not like full all the way down. It's a pull up, but I'm making progress. Some of you guys are like, Josh is over here like, yeah, that's good job, Mike. That's, but that's pretty exciting. I also am very excited to partner with Vector trained authors. So as we continue to, evolve as a business, I know there's going to be even more Vector trained authors. I already have a bunch of stacks. Like I see myself partnering with them on projects or events. I could see like, whether it be podcasts or something that excites me. And I also see having coaching clients, where I have coaching clients, maybe 5 to 10 of them, like Andrew does for me, doing that for other people that are non-Vector that I can also share my influence with. So these are the things that excites me in using Vector as a vehicle. It's a very important vehicle. It's a very big vehicle. It's a very awesome opportunity. But as you can see, it's a catalyst for more than just selling knives. So talking about that got me really excited. I figured it would be really cool to share with you, but also help maybe stimulate some thought process for each of you. So the follow-up questions to this, coming back to you, are what it feels like to have this. Like if you had to feel it. So this morning's meditation for me was just sitting with myself, feeling as if I already have all of these things. That was this morning's practice. Feeling as if I already have these things. And that's my goal during my next meditation practices is sitting there as if I already have these. It's already done. That's number one. What does it feel like to have this? Number two, who do you need to become in order to be deserving of this? And what's the action plan? What's your growth plan in order to become that person? Like, who do I need to become in order to hold these kids? I can keep doing push-ups and chin-ups, right? Who, in order for me to be deserving of a $500,000 annual revenue, like I need to be able to level up to be deserving of that. I do all right, but I'm not at a place where I'm worth $500,000 a year yet. So I've got to continue to grow and evolve to be worth that. I gotta grow as a father. I gotta grow as a husband. I gotta grow as a leader. I gotta grow as a speaker. So that's the next step for me. So I don't know. Any light bulbs on that? Anything resonate with you? Anything that you guys hear that you're like, I appreciate you sharing, or that landed with me, or I hear you on that. I'm just more curious if there's one or two of you. Josh?
So I think you're talking about how important it is to have a clear vision of the future. If you're not intentionally working towards that, then you're just going to be like being defined by what happened in your past. So if you have a clear vision of the future, it's a lot easier to work towards your goals because you're not being held back by things in the past that happened.
Yeah, especially if you just hit your goal. Like I just did. Like I hit the goal. All right, I'm in Tampa. I have my staff. I'm launching out branches and my first new DM 1 year to the next. First time ever, 1 year to the next. Like a lot of cool things. I'm like, oh, cool. Hit some goals. Now what? Like I didn't die yet. So if I'm still breathing, what's next? What's next? It's like the roller coaster ends and then it's like, cool. That's it. I think that kind of sucks. Get on another roller coaster. That's just a thought.
To me, well, it follows. I mean, I enjoy that it follows that you have this vision that you continue to live your life by, doing good things for others and trying to help and improve the world, because boy, does it ever need improving. But it's nice that this company allows you that freedom, and to be coaching and helping other people even outside of Vector is really marvelous.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
It is exciting. I agree. And therefore, that's why where do you all come into play? I want to have myself surrounded by a staff of people that believe what I believe. If you guys can help me run my Cutco business, then I can be a force for good inside this business and also outside this business. And that way you can pursue your personal professional dreams while I pursue my personal professional dreams. And we're all creating massive change for ourselves and other people. Like, what? That sounds like a pretty great model. And I feel that we can enroll people into that model. And some people are going to be like, yeah, I don't want to be a part of it. Great. Go do something that you want to be a part of. But if you want to be a part of this, awesome. Then keep selling knives and be a part of it. Right? Like, that's it. Just don't quit. Just don't quit and keep working hard. So I felt like I had one other point here. Yeah. So let's so just kind of wrap up this first session. Hopefully that offered a little bit of value for you guys and stimulated some brain waves for your future, because the fact is you don't have to just be here for a summer. You don't have to just be here for a spring. Or just for college for that matter. Like you could be here for a long period of time if you choose to do so, just like it's done for me. So I respect and admire all of you for being here now. And it's like, well, what's next? So what's important now is let's finish what we started. Let's finish what we started. April 30th is the end of the spring. On March 12th, each of you guys gave me a number. We're 20 days away from these numbers. So can you follow through and hit your number, or at least really work hard towards doing it? You look at where some of you guys are at, look at Dylan. Dylan's $5,000 away from his 30 grand. Trey is almost halfway. Kiki, Kiki, Lindsay, we got, about a third of the way, 25%, something like that. Amanda, Josh, we got some work. Steven, we got some work, and you guys are, it's tough because you set these goals and now you're opening up your businesses and exams and all this other stuff, but still try to hold the line. Try to hold the line. For Josh and Steven, think about it. Every 1,000 you sell right now, it's $300. that is 30 hours of PR calling paid for. Every Grange you sell is 30 hours of PR calling paid for. Just something to think about in those terms. Just something to think about. So I really, for Alex and for Lindsay, Kiki, Sierra, like right now, it's like, could you get to that next pay raise? So when summer rolls around, you're at the next pay raise. 30% is pretty freaking awesome. And to sell full-time at 30%, that's going to be really exciting to pull that income in. So, and you can see where everyone else is at. You know, you got 20 days. 20 days. If I had to pick on Sierra for a moment in 20 days, you know, if every 3 days she had one person buy, right? That means in the next 20, she'll have 7 sales. 7 sales for $300 a pop, that's $2,000. $2,000, that gets her to $2,500. She falls a little short, but I promise you she sells $2,000. Hey, we're making moves. We're making moves. So each of you, could you have every 3 days you place a sale? Every 2 days you place a sale? Whatever it might be, could you try to create that mantra for yourself? Maybe it's once a week you just have 3 orders in that day. I don't know what it looks like, but could we get back on pace where we're having 3 to 4 orders a week? Could we get to that place where you are, winning the day or winning the week? So just something to think about. Right now, own your word, hit your spring goal, and keep honing in on your fundamentals with your recommendation approach and your closing. So that's all I got for you guys for session 1 today. It's 6:35. We'll kickstart session 2 in about 2 hours. So I'll probably start that session a little earlier today, just due to the fact that many of you are already, hitting a lot of your goals. You already have a lot of your appointments booked up, but I do want to give you 2 hours to work on that. If your goals are for Cutco already hit, like your demo goals are hit, great. I'm going to ask Sierra right now. She's going to post, goal and set right now in the WhatsApp group. So each of you can just post up how many you have for each of those. And then we're going to just start jamming, making phone calls, booking up those appointments. And also I'm going to ask you to triple threat. Could you post something out there? So that way some of your friends, I'll ask Josh to post that on the WhatsApp group right now, the triple threat post that you can put up there, and just see if any of your friends are looking. Like Lindsay said, she already had one of her friends apply. I just had another Instagram friend from Lindsay just fill out the application today here. So if you have some friends, perfect. Let's do this thing. I'd love to work with them or at least meet them. So we'll reconvene in about an hour. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for helping us spread the word. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys here in a couple hours. Have fun.